What's up, everybody? This is Donnie and welcome back to another episode of Too Much for Brunch. Grab your cocktails like we do each time we meet, tap your glasses, and take your sip, because it's going down. What's going on? What's going on? What's up? Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Too Much for Brunch. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of this episode, let me bring this camera down just a little bit so you guys can see a little bit of my cleavage. My cleavage! You see my cleavage? Anyway, so I just wanted to say, you guys are emailing me things, and sometimes you're emailing me on my, can't you tell the tequila sunrise is already flowing through my blood? The poison is running through my veins? Let me get it together. So, like I was saying, so sometimes you guys email me on my Facebook fan page, and although I'm so excited that you guys like to communicate with me, it's easier for me to manage my relationship advice questions or emails if you email me directly to my Gmail account. So if you want to talk to me directly or if you want to talk to me directly, yes, hit me up on my Facebook fan page. But if you're going to talk to me about relationship advice or want relationship advice, please email me at donnieduright@gmail.com. That's DONNIEDURIGHT. So with that, we'll jump into the meat and the potatoes. So, shout outs to Miss Blue Lady. I bumped into her when I was furniture shopping this week. As you guys see, these lovely couches that I'm sitting on, I love them, but I hate them. So I need to find a sectional. So while I was out shopping, I bumped into a young lady, a young woman who was in the furniture place. And I'm just minding my business, and she goes, I just want to tell you that I love, like, my jaw was in there for like maybe 15 minutes, and we had walked past each other several times. But then she said, you know, I just want to tell you that I absolutely love you. And I was like, you love me? She's like, yes, Donnie Dwight. I was like, oh my God, girl. So then we ended up looking at furniture, and she finalized what she wanted, and she got her couches. I still ain't found what I want. Well, I know what I want, but I still haven't purchased it yet. It's because I don't know if I want it. So, I don't know, whatever. I'm furniture shopping at the moment, looking for new things. But now, what was I up to in the last couple weeks? Why haven't you guys heard from me? As I mentioned, I'm working, so some weeks I just can't come to you guys. But last week, I needed to collect myself. And I had to collect myself because, bitch. Do you see? This is the playbill to Chicago. And if you look very close, do you see Brandy's signature? Bitch, I went to go see Brandy in Chicago. Let me tell you, if you have time to see it before June 21st, not just because Brandy is my girl, it's because it's actually a really good show. But Brandy adds this, like, texture to it that was like, so let me tell you. I go to my friend, one of my good Judy's, Sharon called me. I call her Ronnie Ponder. You guys see me, we add each other all the time on Instagram. She was like, do you want to go see the show? I was like, yeah, I want to go see it, but I was kind of hesitant because I wanted to go on the right day. I wanted to make sure Brandy was well prepared because I didn't want no mishaps. I didn't want no issue. So we ended up going last Sunday. Brandy, she sang that show down. Like, if you've ever seen Chicago, it's a really good show. The production is not like, if you've never seen it and you think it's going to be anything like the movie, like big lights, screen, action. It's not like that. It's like just a lot of singing, some dancing. The orchestra takes up most of the stage. So it's not like, Legally Blonde or Wicked or one of those, or The Lion King, where it's like a lot of production. It's just kind of a smaller show where it's just really about the talented actors and the talented dancers and of course the talented singers. So Brandy came out. Her first number, she was on a ladder at the top, girl, and I started recording it, girl, and I'm going to post a video of my recording. But the usher definitely tried to get crazy with me and try to take my phone. Calm your ass down because you was going to get chopped in your fucking neck. First of all, don't touch my phone. Secondly, girl, this is Brandy, and I need evidence that she was out here doing her thug thizzle. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. So, I recorded some of Brandy singing. She sang, like, and there was a whole bunch of gay guys, like, around me. First of all, there was a lot of gay men there anyway, which is a lot of her fan base, which, to me, of course, I don't mind. So it was like a whole bunch of women behind me, a whole bunch of ladies. They were sitting, like, behind me, and every time Brandy did a run, we all was like, oh, shoba. We all was, like, eating it. Like, every time, sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down. He loves me so. This little, we were like, Brandy. Show went off without a hitch. She did an amazing job. And then after the show, she came out and she talked to every single person on the line. That's how amazing my fave is. Like, she came out and like hugged and talked to everybody who was waiting for her. Took a picture with her, signed almost every single book. You could tell she kept saying, I have to go, guys, I'm hungry, I have to eat, I still have to eat. So we all were trying to be polite, but we all was like, girl, we still need our moment with you. Like, I need my moment in the sun. So when it was my turn, let me tell you how embarrassing I am. Like, I embarrass myself sometimes. So I'm talking to Brandy and I'm like trying not to cry the time, because if you follow me, you know I love Brandy. And this has been a progression. So like I met her at 106 in Park and my knees locked. I couldn't move. Like I physically could not move. Like my body would not let me move. So I didn't get a chance to talk to her. The next time I met with her, she was at the Wendy Williams show, and she actually sang to me in the audience. She sang Wildest Dreams to me while I was in the audience, and I was at the front of the stage, and it was popping. Then at the end, I gave her my album for her to sign. She went to like touch my hand. I wouldn't touch her. I didn't even talk to her. I talked to Shay, which is her best friend, and I think she's still her assistant. I'm not really sure. But I gave Shay the album, and she gave it to Brandy. Brandy signed it. Brandy gave it to me. But this time, I was like, no. Senor, why are you playing? This cat is like a kid. Like, this cat, what are you crying for? He's like he wants to be in every episode of the show. Anyway, so when Brandy came to me, I gave her a hug. She gave me a kiss on the cheek. I told her, I said, you know, for 20 years, I've been lying to people, telling people that you dedicated your first album to me because you know somebody with my first name. And she was laughing. I was like, you are now Miss Foxy Roxy. It was just really nice to kind of like talk to her and like a person. She is a person. But for me, it was just really weird because I never thought in a million years I would actually meet her, would be able to talk to her, actually hug her give me a kiss on the cheek, me make her laugh. Like, that was never a part of the plan. So the show was good. And if you really love Brandy, she is very nice. She comes out at the end of the show and she speaks to everybody. And apparently that's like what she does each night of the show. Both shows, if she does both shows in a day. So go see Chicago. It's here in New York until June 21st. Get your life. Go see the show. It's amazing. I'm never going to forget the moment where, like, so while I was talking to her, it was like, Brandy, for 20 years, I love you. And I've been lying to people. It was embarrassing. Anyway, so that's what I did last Sunday. This week is Memorial Day weekend. All the girls out in DC and Miami Pride. Please be safe. Wrap it up. Wrap it tight. It's ending. The weekend is ending, so please come home safe. With the only thing in your bags or your luggage, are your clothes. Don't come back with nothing else. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your body. And yeah, so let's get into some relationship advice. Again, please go see Chicago. It's a really good show. Even if Brandy wasn't in the show, I would still say see the show before it leaves the theaters, if it ever leaves. But Cats was around for a long time, and it still left. So Chicago might be out of here. So go see it before it happens. So now let's get into some relationship advice. I've been saying I was going to give relationship advice to this young man for a very long time, and I had started to actually email him, but I figured, you know what, this is something I should probably talk about on the show with you guys. So let's jump right into some relationship advice. Okay. Late in August, back in 2003 in August, you said you would respond to me through email, but that's when shit broke down. That's when shit went down, and I was waiting, but I understand. So here's my situation. A lot has changed, but you can still help me. So I came out in 2013 at 25. I'm very new to this gay lifestyle, and I'm very happy to finally be who I am without trying to please everyone else. I met a guy who was 35, 10-year age difference. He's amazing. He helped me understand my feelings and let me know it's okay to be gay, and loves me flaws and all. Come on, Beyonce! Things moved really fast. I moved into his apartment within 9 months, and since being with him in his apartment, I have upgraded his life drastically. I mean, he's gotten a better job. I've helped furnish the apartment, new cell phone, new car. I had on the bills. Fast forward to now, current day, from 2013 to 2015. Good, cute that you guys have been together for 2 years. That's cute. We are now engaged, which is, I'm very happy to have someone who wants to be with me and wants to build and share life together. Here's my issue. Because it's always an issue. It's never this peachy keen, right? Recently I had a gut feeling that something was wrong. Because we weren't being as intimate as we usually are. So I went through his iPad and looked into his email. And believe me, I do not want to be that guy who has to search through his belongings. But we all have that inner Inspector Gadget, Inspector Clouseau in us, right? But believe me, I don't want to be the guy who searches belongings. But I found emails from people responding to an ad he posted on Craigslist. Craigslist, girl? Basically, the ad was him trying to set up an orgy, and it was quite a few responses. And I see he replied back to them. Now, when we first got together, I encountered this problem, and I told him that this would be the last time that I'd have to find this out. I truly do not believe that he would cheat on me because, one, what time does he have when we both work crazy hours? And two, he asked me to marry him in December in front of the Disney Castle. But I am a strong believer in the Maya Angelou quote, if someone shows you who they are, believe them. I am beyond pissed about this. I want to pack my shit and move out. And move in with my friend. But I don't want to give up on us so easy. On top of it all, I got a call from one of my friends who is having a baby and has to move back in with his parents because he can't afford the new house he just bought. So he wants me to rent out the house, which is exciting news. But I can't take that next step without worrying. Am I going to catch my man cheating on me in my new house? What should I do? I know I have to confront him about the ad and let him know that I came across this again. And let him know that if I come across it again, I will have to leave with no question. But I love this man. I truly do. But I would be stupid to let myself go through this time and time again. There's a lot of other worries. Like, should we use protection again? Should I get tested? Because if a nigga gonna be on Craigslist trying to orchestrate an orgy and come home, then I'll be damned if I'm gonna have to take a pill for the rest of my life. Please, please help. Please help. You have great advice. I don't want to end this, but I want him to realize he has a good thing he's about to lose. I don't know how to articulate the words and my feelings because I just want to Michael Myers his ass in his sleep. Alright, boo-boo. Alright, boo-boo. So there's a lot of girls out here who are going through this. I've gone through this. I wasn't engaged, but I've gone through literally almost the same exact thing. First things first, right out the gate, forget all of the other shit that we're talking about. Like, because we're gonna comb through this. And I'm going to really try to keep this to 15 minutes. So, one thing that you need to do is protect yourself. Yeah, you guys are in love. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy. He proposed to you very much Disney Wonderland in front of Castle, Magic Kingdom style, fucking Cinderella, Pocahontas, boo-boo, that's cute. But you are right, you don't want to be caught up in a situation where you are taking a pill for the rest of your life to save your life. Now, what I will suggest is not only use protection, you need to be on PrEP. And if you are not from New York or you're from a small town, you need to call your doctor and have them do the investigation, or you need to Google it yourself. Google PrEP, P-R-E-P. PrEP is an antiviral medication, if I'm not mistaken, that you can take if you are negative, that will keep you negative. Well, studies are saying that it will keep you negative. It helps fight, like if you think you're exposed to HIV, you can go to the hospital within, I think, in the next couple hours, the next day, and they start you on a medication for 30 days to help fight the virus if you have been exposed, to reduce the risk of you being HIV positive. PrEP is the drug. Please contact your nearest physician, your doctor. Ask to be put on PrEP. If your Medicaid medical insurance does not cover it, you have to find there's places and programs that will help you pay for it to keep you negative. Make sure you take care of your sexual health before you even think about moving into a new house, moving in with all that bullshit. Make sure your sexual health, your well-being is completely under control. That's number one. Now, girl, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Girl, if you already knew that he was doing orgies or like orgies, you already knew who he was. And if you really believe the Maya Angelou's quote, if the man show you who he is, then believe it. Girl, he showed you a couple times. And either you like orgies or you trying to front like you don't, or you trying to convince yourself that you can change somebody change that person. He like what he like, girl. And if you don't like what he like, then that might not be the man for you. It is nice that you are engaged. It is nice that you found somebody that loves you. Flaws and alls, Beyonce. But If the dude want to do shit that you're not interested in, then is he really for you? Maybe you need to open up your sexual appetite and maybe you should start having orgies with your man. I don't know. I'm not saying that you should. But what I'm saying is that if he showed you when you first started that this is what he's into, and just 2 years later he curved it long enough, or at least you don't know how long he been doing this shit, but you just found it. He could have been having orgies the entire time that y'all been together. Either you going to join in or you going to have to leave. Because it's not like that's going to change for him. That seems to be his sexual appetite. If that's what he likes, then that's what he likes. And it's not like that you and y'all relationship is going to change that. Now, it also sounds like you kind of have one of those little chips on your shoulder because you feel like you upgraded him. It's when you're in a relationship, you guys should be upgrading each other. If you moved into his apartment and y'all started refurnishing it, you painted walls and you got it looking all cute and all dandy, that's y'all thing. You didn't do anything for him. You did it for each other. You did it for you. You lived there too. So you don't want to be sleeping on or sitting on no broke down couches and shit. So you upgraded y'all place. And I'm a firm believer that, and I am a firm believer that y'all probably should have moved into an apartment together. Like if you were going to upgrade or whatever it is that you think you did for him, y'all probably should have did it together. Because are you on the lease? Are you on his lease? Cause shit get crazy. You talking about how you don't want to move into your friend's house, this, that, and the third. Girl, he put your ass out. What you gonna do? You don't like these orgies and going through his mail and going through his email and shit. What if he get crazy with you and put your ass out? What you gonna do then? But you upgraded him. What you gonna do soon for the couch and the TV and all that foolishness? Girl, there's a lot more things to be talking about and worrying about other than if he likes orgies. Now, I will say, if this is the man that you love and you really want to be with him and you think that he is going to respect your wishes in terms of respecting what you deem to be healthy for your relationship, then you do need to have a conversation with him. You should probably sit him down and ask him. Now, it's going to get messy because you went through his shit. You read his emails, you went through his iPad. It's not the most healthiest thing to do when you're in a relationship. You probably shouldn't have did it, but you did already. So you can confront it, or just don't. Either you're gonna leave it alone, or you're gonna confront it. But what it sounds like is like you mentioned, you're gonna confront him. When you confront him, you can tell him, so listen, something has been bothering me, and I probably should have come to you and talked to you about what's been bothering me, but instead I went through your iPad. And when I went through your iPad, I found that you've been setting up orgies on Craigslist. And then, girl, Craigslist, not even Jack. Like, Craigslist is like, ugh. Anyway, that's just my own personal shit about Craigslist. But, I don't like that this is a secret that you're hiding from me. I don't like that we have secrets. If we're going to be engaged to be married, if we are engaged to be married, we don't need to have these type of secrets. We need to come together and talk about the things that, you know, we find important, which is, what are the new ground rules for the sexual part of our relationship? Because we are not being as intimate as possible. And is it because I don't like orgies? Is it because that that you need something that I'm not providing for you? What is it that you need out of our relationship sexually that you'd like to discuss with me? Because I don't want to find out elsewhere or have to go through all these channels to find out that you might be cheating on me. Now, after you start having that discussion, you'll find out. You'll just get the truth. Or you'll get a lie. And you have to go with your gut feeling to find out if this is really what you want. If you feel like he's lying to you, then you have to make a decision. If you feel like he's telling the truth, you have to make a decision. Is this somebody that I want to be with for the rest of my life? You have to open yourself up to the idea of you guys not working out. You are 25, I think. Or maybe you said 2003. So you are 27 at this point. There's a lot of people out there that you're going to meet that you might fall in love with, that you might really, really like. So I'm not saying break up with him, but I am saying that you have to have an honest conversation with him, but more importantly, have an honest conversation with yourself. You need to make sure you're taking care of you physically and emotionally before you can even consider how you upgraded somebody's life or how you done this, that, and the third with somebody else. Girl, make sure you get on prep. I'm not even joking. This is for anybody out there. Anybody who's single and dating right now, you need to be making sure that you are sexually healthy, and that is making sure you use protection. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes we have slip-ups. Nigga dick is mad big and it's burning a little bit. You want to take that condom off and you want to get a little popping. Look, it is what it is. Some niggas just don't like condoms. Some people just want raw head. Somebody just want... Make sure you make yourself as you prevent contracting any kind of STDs, you need to make sure you do as much as you can to make sure you're healthy. So with that being said, this is going to be the end of Too Much for Brunch this episode. Boo Boo, make sure you have the conversation with him. Let me know how it goes. And again, take that chip off your shoulder. You didn't really upgrade him. You upgraded your own life by moving in with him, because I'm sure the rent before and the rent now when you with him is a lot cheaper because it's two of y'all. And have that conversation with him. Let him know that you know. And let him know that you don't like the secrets. Let him know that you don't feel comfortable with not knowing what's happening with your mate. And you'd like to have an open relationship in terms of conversation, not in terms of like what you guys have, unless that's what you decide. But you got to be honest with yourself. Is this what I want? Is this the kind of guy I want to be with? And yeah, so I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Again, if you want to contact me for relationship advice, email me at donnieduright@gmail.com. That's DONNIEGURIGHT@gmail.com. This is Donnie Duright sending you big hugs and hair flips. I love you guys. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. I'm on my way to the beach. Enjoy. Peace out.